kids. Today's title will be Oh Say Can You Seed by Bonnie Worth, illustrated by Aristides Ruiz. Let's see what's inside. I'm the cat in the hat, and I think you need to come take a look at this thing called a seed. From the giant gum tree to this very small weed, every flowering plant started out as a seed. Plants are so useful to me and to you. Can you think of the ways? I will name you a few. The paper for books, the cloth for your pants comes from trees and from cottons. That's two kinds of plants. The grains and the fruit and the veggies you eat, why? They come from plants too. And here's something neat. In deserts and woods and rainforests, thick grow plants that can make you feel well when you are sick. Yes, plants serve as well and fill so many needs. And flowering plants all started as seeds. Just what is a seed? You're wondering maybe? Well, you might say a seed is a tiny plant baby. The best way for you to see just what I mean is to take a close look at a seed called a bean. Like all seeds, a bean comes in three basic parts. Thing 1 and thing 2, please come on the chart. Part 1 is the first that I think you should know. It's the part that the baby is called embryo. To sprout, it needs food, like you and I do, which brings us to the seed part numero 2. It's called cotyledon. Say, isn't that fun? This bean seed has 2, but some have 1. Last come the third part that you need to know. It's the coat, which protects our cute bean embryo. To sprout a bean seed, keep it moist but not wet. In 7 or so days comes the part that I love. Keep it covered with dirt and then you see what you get. A root spreads below and the stem shoots above. Now, in order to show you a grown bean plant to you, we have traveled in time for some months, maybe 2. Thing 2 calls the part above ground the shoot system. Leaves, flowers, stem, and fruit. Thing 1 called the part underground the root system. To get a good look at the roots underground, it is better to make like a mole, I found. Roots are not pretty, they are twisty and hairy, and some roots look even a little bit scary. Roots anchor a plant and help it stand true. Roots suck up the water and minerals too. And roots keep the soil from just washing away. That's pretty important now, wouldn't you say? We've talked about roots and we've learned about them. Now it's time we moved on to the stem. The stem is a pipe through which water shoots. It's absorbed from the soil and passed up through the roots. It shoots through the plants, and next, as you'll see, the leaves each turn into a food factory. Leaves comes in all shapes and all sizes, I found. Some small, some spiky, some big, some round. But the thing that all leaves have in common is this. They make their own food by photosynthesis. I'll say this quite loudly, I don't mean to be rude. Plants are the only living thing on earth that makes their own food. To do this, plants need water, mineral, and sun. And that's why the daytime when food making's done. For your information and also for fun, hop in my shrink upper and let's see how it's done. The leaves takes in carbon dioxide through a stoma or pore. It works like a mouth, and that's what it's for. Then the air gets mixed in with the water and sun, and that's how the food making factory is fun. I see by my clock that now is the hour to drop in and say hello to the flower. Plants breathe out a gas that we breathe in. The name of the gas is oxygen. Tinku has a chart. He will share it with you that shows what the parts of a flower all do. In the pistils are ovules. There are unfertilized seeds. The stamen holds pollen, which an ovule needs. An unfertilized ovule will not ever grow, and pollen's the stuff that will fix that, you know. To make honey, bees need to get nectar from flowers. They fly and they gather this sweet stuff for hours. The pollen sticks onto their bodies and legs. It falls off and sometimes it reaches the eggs. An ovule that's fertilized becomes a seed. Around it grows fruit upon which we feed. When we say the word fruit, do you know what that means? It means olive, nuts, grains, plantains, tangerines, and apples and oranges and pineapples too. All kinds of plant foods that are really healthy for you. Some fruits are juicy and messy to munch on. Dry ones like nuts and nice just to crunch on. Not all plants with seeds give us edible fruit. Some plants have seeds that look weird or look cute. But seeds are hitchhikers that rides on your clothes. And dandelion seeds sometimes fly up your nose. Some seeds comes in pots that explode like a sneeze. Achoo! Other seeds may have wings and can fly on a breeze. But whether they stick or they blow or they fly, seeds brings us life, and now you know why? I see the sun setting and here comes the moon. Your mother is calling, your dinner is soon. I hope you have learned from my little seed talk, and now I will climb up this giant beanstalk. Okay, bye.